My name is Alfie Pearce-Higgins. I'm from London, and it's great to be back in China. This is my hero trip.
Alright, so why you come to this Ultra Gobi?
Well, I came to the Ultra Gobi last year, to complete it in 2016, and I had such a good time. It was such a good event that I really wanted to come back as soon as possible.
So, compared to other races, what do you think the difference between them?
This is a completely different event. It's almost not a race, or at least for me. There are so many different challenges: the sleep, the food, the navigation, the distance, the weather. That it's more of a battle, and I really enjoy that. Of course, people want to go as fast as they can, and they want to do the best time possible. But it's the atmosphere is less like a race and more like an expedition.
Okay, so what did you learn from last year's experience?
Well, I learned that you should always have a plan, but that it will probably go wrong, and that you need to be able to adapt and adjust. I learned that sometimes keeping on moving is the most important thing. It doesn't matter whether it looks good, it doesn't matter whether you're moving fast, it's about keeping on moving and continuing to push. I learned that most things are mental. I learned that it's a very well organised race. I learned that I made a lot of Chinese friends. I met a lot of very friendly people. And so yeah, I learned a lot from last year's race, and I learned a little bit about the route as well.
Okay.
I can still remember some of the more painful parts, so I hope that will be of some use this year.
Okay, so what kind of strategy can you use in this year?
Well, my strategy will be much the same. I'll start going, I'll take it easy, I'll just target the first 50 kilometers, the first 100 kilometers, breaking it up into stages. If you think about the whole race at the beginning, then it's over. Because if you think about the whole race, then you'll become depressed by the amount you have to do. So it's all about breaking it up into manageable stages. But I don't have any particular time in mind. I'm not trying to go for a particular position. I'm just hoping to complete it, to enjoy myself. And if I can go faster than last year, that will be great. But it's not necessary.
So what kind of expectation you have in this year?
So yeah, I mean, the perfect race would be to go faster than last year. But I think we have some very fast runners here this year, and it may well be that the winning time is less than 70 hours, maybe even, or at least less than 80. So I won't think about that at all. I'll just try and go under 100 hours, under 94 hours, maybe even under 90 if everything goes well. But beyond that, I won't think about positions or any of that, because that's out of my control.
So before this race, do you have some particular training plan or?
Not really. My training has been a little bit stop-start this year. I have done a few other things. I was doing some exploring in Ghana with a boat. I have just moved to Uganda to live, so I've switched jobs. I've been doing some other work, some other travel. So my running has been, I've done a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked. But as I said, it's mainly mental, so I hope it won't make too much difference.
Yes, so can you introduce yourself, your job?
Sure, so I do a number of things. I've just moved to Uganda to work for a tech startup. I also do some writing. I'm a part-time journalist, so I write for some publications in the UK, mainly about running and races and the psychology of running as well.
Okay, all right. So what's your family's opinion about your running?
Well, my family are a little bit confused. No one in my family is sporty at all, and so they don't really understand why someone would choose to do this. But they're very supportive and they enjoy following online. Last year they had a great time with the online tracking. They all said no one did any work for a week because they were following the progress, and it was quite addictive. So they're very supportive, but a little bit confused.
Okay, all right. So what's your biggest harvest in running? Your gain.
What did I get from running?
Yes.
I don't know. I think running does a lot of different things for different people. For me, I find it's a form of escapism. It gives me more balance in my life. Everything works better when I'm running. I sleep better, I eat better, I think better, I'm happier. So I think for me it's a psychological balance.
Okay. So from your last year's experience, you gain a lot of fans here. So what do you want to say to them?
Well, yes, people keep telling me that, but I'm not so sure. It's great to be back in China. It's still only my second time here. Last year was the first time, so it's great to come back. I always enjoy my trips to China very much because people are friendly, people are supportive, the atmosphere is wonderful. I'm hoping to come back in March for Mount Galigong race, which will be an amazing opportunity to see a different part of China, to go to a different race, and hopefully to meet lots more very friendly people.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, not at all.